Put that back in the fridge. Don't swallow your oil pulling oil. That's just weird. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are in the world. It is my morning. It is Monday morning here, and oh my gosh, the sky is pink. I'm going to be late, but it's okay. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. The sky is wow. So Dora, hurry up, get your stuff ready, going, because did I just put that? No, I didn't put that in. Did I? I don't know. Yes, I did. I already put some of that in. Honey, I need honey. I need honey. Hey, Matt, how you going? I'm trying not to get distracted because I need to get to the beach. You saw the sky? The sky was amazing. The sky's amazing, yeah. Matt. So excess lemons I froze because I had too many of them. So I just got, before I put the hot water in, I was going to make sure the honey melts. Because apparently honey, hot water on honey that's hard is not good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not going to use the proper stuff. Quick, get this done. Get this done. Oh, stop talking. Stop talking to the chat. Matt, you know I get distracted. Dora's got to get to the beach. I'm looking forward to the sunrise, actually. Quick, Dora, quick. Oh, I need water in that one too. You think she might have had this ready last night, but no, she didn't. Come on, water, let's go. Let's go, water. Just filling up my water bottle. That's done. Hot water. Boiled it already. That'll melt that. Pepper. I need pepper. Where's pepper? You think I can find pepper when I need hurry? Where is the pepper? Okay. Got to work with turmeric to make it absorb. You need pepper. I've got crappy pepper, but that's all right. Crappy pepper will work. All right, let's go. All right, Dora needs to put a jumper on, otherwise she's going to freeze outside. It is winter, right? Yes, Dora, you could have had all this ready last night, but I forgot. And I should always have a bit of protein before I go exercise. Not the hair, though. Oh, yuck, I just ate my hair. Okay. Cottage cheese. All right, let's go. Hold on. All right, let's go. Just fighting myself, don't worry. Just get my shoes on. Look at the sky. Look at the sky. Yeah. Okay. Let's get to the beach, guys. So you guys know the drill. I'm going to distract myself for a couple of minutes, drinking my drinks, shaking up, warming the car up, pulling Debbie Sue. And while the sun is rising, hey, chickens. And we distract yourself saying hello to the chickens. Where's the other chicken? Chicks. The other chicken must be still in bed. All right. As you see, we are still a shell of the house downstairs. Diego has been busy. Car, open up. Okay. Right. We're going to the beach. We're going to the beach. We're going to the beach. Okay. Warm the car up. Was it slow and okay. Turn. Right, quickly, Dora. Phone is about to fall. Quickly drink your drink. So that was frozen. It's gone now. So that's how I use excess lemons. You freeze them. And there's Susan in the chat. Hello, Susan. Susan is having puppy. Oh, I don't know what that is. Possibly my hair. Yep. There's that. Diego finds my hair everywhere. My hair falls out everywhere. I've always had hair falling out. I've just got a lot of hair. Okay, just drink, Dora. The sun is rising. The sun is rising. Ah, fennel seed. A little bit left over. Okay, ready? We're going to shake this up. Ready? Bring, 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 bring. Debbie Sue, Debbie Sue, bring, bring. Oops, make sure the lid is on properly first. Oh, shake, shake, shake. And what does Debbie Sue say? Twist and shout like we did last summer. Twist again. Twist, 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 twist and shout like we did last summer. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, still a bit there. Shake, shake, shake. Shake your body, shake your body. Okay, car's just warmed up. Okay. Does my sound chaotic? I am a bit chaotic some Monday mornings. Phone down, can't touch it. Car out. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. So welcome into the chat. Yes, I am chaotic. This is my hot mess life. And this is what we do. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. We're off to see the sunrise. And when I was lying in bed at 6 o'clock when the alarm went off and I went, oh, God damn it, I don't want to get out of bed. But I looked up at the sky and there's like pink waves, beautiful clouds, absolutely stunning. It's like, quick, get up. And then it occurred to me that I said that I would schedule one video, one live a week, and it'd be Monday morning. I forgot to do that. So I scheduled it 5 minutes ahead of time. I still schedule it, right? So anyway, I'll get better at that. I also did a 10-minute meditation. That's important because the first thing you should do in the morning is not look at your phone. Definitely not look at your phone. So, yep, my thing Monday morning is fill your own cup up first. So I did a 10-minute meditation and it was amazing, absolutely amazing. And it just reminds me that stop scrolling, Dora, stop scrolling. And you know what? I keep on saying this, guys, and I keep on saying I apologize. Well, I'm not really apologizing, guys. I'm seeing less of your videos. I can't help it because I am actually trying to live my life. And it might appear like I'm not watching people's videos or catching as many live streams because I'm prioritizing myself. And you guys watching that, you need to do that too. Don't be watching me. Go look after your own life, you know? Life is out here, right? Out here, not here. And I understand that, you know, you might want to support Dora. Thank you. You guys have supported me hugely to get to me to the 4,000 watch hours. You know, we're trying to get Susan to the 4,000 watch hours. She's so close. She's so close. She's going to be there in the next month for sure. But I guess, you know, I just keep on circling back to the fact that I have all these videos I need to edit, right? That I want to edit and get out and show you guys. You know, there's an adventure I've got editing right now that's probably going to come out tonight is like one of the most craziest adventures I've ever done. absolutely loco. Not joking. Like, if when my mum sees this video, she's going to go, what the hell? And there's videos, there's many adventures, right? But I can't keep up with actually getting them edited. And I'm not going to bash myself up anymore. Like, I have been smacking myself around for ages. Like, why can't I edit these videos? Why can't I get them out? I guess the point is that, you know what? YouTube is not the first thing in my life. And it probably will never be the first thing in my life. And that's okay. So that means, I'm never going to be, a big YouTuber and make, money out of this. And that's okay. I think you've got to accept where you are. And for me personally, that's where I think I am. So I think I need to reestablish, my boundaries. I can't help myself. I love live streaming. Absolutely love live streaming. So you're still going to see me live streaming, guys. Whoa, phone down. It's just that, I don't know. I keep on saying I'm trying to get myself together to do these videos, and I just can't seem to get them together. Okay, I need to get a park. It's cloudy, so the sun didn't kind of rise the way we wanted it over the ocean, but it's still going to go over the clouds. All right, let's go. Because this stuff, going out to the beach, fills my heart with like so much warmth. All right, we're not missing anything, guys. Look down here. So it's interesting how the sky changes really quickly. All right. Oof, she's cold outside, guys. She's cold. All right, let's go. Ooh. Wow, I love watching the sunrise. Run, Forest, run. Run, Forest, run. Looks like the tide has gone down for us. Oh, wow. Absolutely wow. Okay, it's not the pink sky that I saw when I first woke up, but that's okay. That's okay. It's still really nice. Still really nice. Oh, and I've also got to take the opportunity to do a jumping for joy. Hey, Debbie Sue! Hey. Sorry, I didn't say hello to everyone. I was trying. All right, we have to do our gratefulness, guys. Doesn't matter if the sun hasn't completely rose. We're still going to do gratefulness. So if you want to tell us what you're grateful for, tell us. How are those clouds? Those clouds are wicked. Absolutely wild. Guys, I look like I was jumping on clouds. Did that jumping for joy actually take, guys? Matt, did that work? Because sometimes when I do jumping for joys, it actually buffs out. I don't know why. The universe is telling me I should do another jumping for joy sometimes. Susan's got here. I am grateful for a better night's sleep last night. Yes, Susan had her first night's sleep with Jasper, one eye open, and Jasper was a good puppy. So if you had a good night's sleep last night, that means that Jasper still slept really nicely. Did he sleep in your room again? Okay, it worked. Thank you guys for letting me know. Look at that, guys. Absolutely look at that. Hey, Radio Jonesy. Welcome in. Guys, welcome in, Radio Jonesy. He's watching from Tasmania, guys. Welcome in. Tasmania, guys, is the little island right down the bottom of Australia. It's definitely a kept hidden secret of Australia. It's bloody cold down there, so me complaining about cold right now is nothing compared to what he's probably doing down there. And Susan's High Country Homestead, Jonesy. She's a channel that you need to connect with because she's a homesteader, and I know one of your channels. So Jonesy has about 3 or 4 channels, guys. He's one of those overachievers that absolutely loves YouTube and does it well. He's got one of his channels is a gardening channel, and I said to him that there's quite a few of gardening channels that I am friends with. High Country Homestead, Susan, Jonesy, you guys will get on really well. Jonesy does a lot of live streaming too on his other channels too. So check each other out. And we have a couple other channels that might come in this morning from the UK and America that like homesteading, but you don't necessarily have to connect with homesteading channels. Jonesy, check out Simply Debbie Sue. She tells beautiful stories she's in Virginia in the Highland country in the States. How do I say that? Acapacia. How do I say that trail? The Acapacia Trail. Oh my gosh, look at that, guys. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. Okay, let me stop talking. But yeah, take an opportunity to check each other out. I reckon Jonesy's on his computer, so he could probably check everyone out. Welcome in, Matt. Matt is our friend from Cheshire in the States. I'm not sure who else is there. So this is my sunrise here. It is 6:45. It's a bit of a cloudy sunrise, but still, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Debbie has the most amazing stories. And in a couple of hours, she'll release her night stories. So once a week, she's doing night stories also, so bedtime stories. So for us in Australia, it'll be about midday. So I save that to watch tonight or listen tonight while I go to bed. They're only like 10-minute snaps, so easily digested. She's got a very wonderful kind of bedside manner sound like voice. Okay, how do I say that? Accaplation. Acca. I know it's really, really popular for hiking. And I really would like to go some hiking there. The whole trail looks amazing. Hey, Debbie Sue, I've never asked you, have you and your husband done much of the hiking of that trail since you live there? Absolutely beautiful, guys. So sorry about the moving, guys. I'm still trying to drink my drink. So, Jonesy, just to keep you up, the chat's talking about Susan's new dog. She just got a new puppy retriever over the weekend. And yeah, we're all so excited about her having this little puppy. Because, let's face it, puppies are so much fun. Wow, look at that sky, guys. Absolutely, look at that sky. So, I always take this opportunity to always talk about gratefulness. When I do my jumping for joy, I put my hands up in the air and say, thank you, universe. Because you know what? I woke up this morning and I feel pretty damn amazing. There might be some, aches and pains there and here and there, but nothing major, right? Nothing major. So, I feel very grateful that my health is, pretty good. And I know there's many things I could do to keep it, going the better way. And one of them is, committing to myself to, get out on the beach, do some walking, morning movement. And here I am, Monday morning. Last night, I made my salads for the week. We did some gardening over the weekend. That's also another commitment to my health. Growing fresh vegetables. Any bit you can is like, we're important, right? I'm important. Oh, look at that, guys. And please, take the opportunity to mute this so you don't even have to hear me talk and just watch the sunrise. There's so much we. Oh, I'm pissing myself laughing. Oh, there is nothing better than puppy cuddles, even if you have to deal with so much we, Susan. So funny. So I am drinking this quite quickly to get it down so I can start walking. Don't you we as well? No, I'll try to contain myself, Matt. Some days it's hard, right? Well, you know what I do? I just take you guys all to the toilet with me, right? That is so weird. Here we go. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sunrise. Look at those rays, guys. Look at those rays. That is so beautiful. What's Matt saying, Dora? You out can stand in the sea. Oh yeah, I can stand in the sea and pee. Is that what you're trying to say? It's still dark in Tassie at the moment. What time does the sun rise for you guys? I know even Susan. Susan lives at the Alpine region in Victoria. So that's High Country Homestead, right, Jonesy? And she says to me about 7 o'clock that the sun starts moving. Look at those rays, guys. Is that not beautiful? Okay, I'm going to take a photo, guys. Let me just zoom out for a second, guys. I'll buff for a second. I'll take a photo. Isn't it amazing how, like, the sunrise, on the same time zone as Susan. Actually, I don't know. Is it the same time zone in Tassie? Jonesy, is it 7 o'clock for you too? I think it is, isn't it? I think Tassie's on the same time zone. Do you guys do daylight savings down there also? Obviously, we don't in Queensland, but New South Wales and Victoria do. They move the clock an hour when we get to spring, right? Just getting dark where Matt is in Cheshire. What time is it for you, Matt? About 9 o'clock? Okay, it looks like the tide's actually coming up, guys. I shouldn't leave you on the beach unattended, should I? So I'm going to leave you unattended for a little bit while I put this back in the car. Let me move you up the beach just in case the tide wants to come get you. I'll put you down so you can watch the sunrise for a little bit, Matt. I'll be back. I need a hat because it's cold. My head is cold, guys. My head is cold. All right, let's start walking, guys. Hey, Andrew. How you going, mate? How's Scotland going? Scotland. Matt, did you say what time it is for you? Oh, hey, Honey Badger. It's 5:54 for Sunny Badger. How you going, Sunny Badger? 10 o'clock, Matt, and it's just getting light, dark. Isn't it interesting, hey? And then we've got Katie near the Arctic Circle in Alaska, and like it's like 24-hour sun up there, right? Crazy, eh? Absolutely crazy. So welcome in, guys. Let's walk. And I'm obviously walking on the really soft sand at the moment. Okay, let's go down here. That's cheap. It's a lot easier to walk on the compacted sand than the soft sand. I'm going to warm up a little bit. Oh, yes, the water's cold, guys. And actually, there's no swimmers out today, guys. I don't see them out. No, they're not out today, guys. Normally they go out about 7. Maybe they're down that way. Whoa. So yeah, the water is a little cold. So those swimmers that do go out even through winter, power to them. Power to them. Matt, would you swim in winter? I know you like a little bit of, skinny dipping, but like, would you actually swim in winter? So given that, the UK is a lot colder than Australia, you'd probably freeze more than your ball bags off. Sorry, graphic. Because I'm guessing even in winter here, our ocean's probably a lot warmer than yours. So in saying that, Tasmania, where Radio Jones is from, yeah, that'd be a little colder down there, just saying. He's a bit closer to the Antarctica than I am. Wow, look at that, guys. Wow, that is beautiful. Susan, you can't swim at all. Okay. Well, I mean, you know, everyone has different opportunities, right? If I stayed living in the country, I don't reckon I would have been as much of a swimmer either. The only reason I learnt to swim was we moved to the beach and my neighbours had a swimming pool. And we were in and out of that swimming pool all the time. So my dad said, right, you need to learn how to swim. So that's why we learnt to swim. But, everyone has different opportunities, right, I guess. Whereas, yeah, I mean, it's not too late, Susan, just saying. I'm sure Mansfield, the town near you, would have a swimming pool, just saying, when life calms down a little bit. Maybe it's an opportunity to learn to swim. Maybe, maybe not. Not for everyone, right? So, guys, the swimmers did go this morning because all their clothes are on the beach. That's where they put their clothes. So the swimmers are out there somewhere, even though it's a little coldy this morning. So if you're new here, this is southeast Queensland. We're about 30 minutes away from Brisbane. Brisbane is over that away, 30 minutes, without any traffic. Actually, you know what? I can see the Gateway Bridge. The Gateway Bridge separates North and South Brisbane. I live in North Brisbane. That there is a big bridge called the Gateway Bridge. I don't know if you can really see that very well. It's a big giant ass bridge, and you drive over that, and then you go to South Brisbane. So some of you guys know Justin. I haven't caught up with Justin in ages, but yeah, I caught up with Justin yesterday on a live stream. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. He lives on the south side. He lives on that side. I live on this side. So I'm North Brisbane, a place called Redcliffe. Tuba Chat is live, guys. Go check out Tuba Chat. Kevin, he's got a good channel. It's always interesting, you know, the conversation he has. He's in Canada. And what do we got up here? We've got some people doing some exercises up here. So a lot of PTs actually do their exercises outside here. Instead of doing them at gyms, they have people, you know, they set up, yeah, they've got an actual bench there with like weights and stuff. Yeah, they so do a lot of setups. So they actually completely set up the gym down here, which is pretty cool. Oh. And we have a bit of a development happening here. Unfortunately for Redcliffe, there used to be a very old building in there. It used to be back in the, I guess, 60s and 70s. It used to be the Redcliffe Museum, and it used to house a lot of the old pictures and just memorabilia of the area. This area, Redcliffe, is, well, it's a little bit of a historic little area. Moreton Bay is one of the first bays that the explorers came into and went, oh, wow, this looks like a nice place to, you know, set up settlements. But they realised when they came through and they saw these big, beautiful red cliffs, i.e., that's why it's called Redcliffe, and they got onto the land here, there was actually a lot of mosquitoes because there's a lot of mangroves in this area. So traditionally, this would have been all mangroves. And mangroves, great for the environment. Obviously, they clean our water and our air, they clean the air. But they do have a lot of mosquitoes around mangrove. And the first settlers from England were like, oh crap, this is not great. Even though they named this place Redcliffe, they decided to go up the river. So they went in the bay, and then there's a river up here, up where that big bridge is, and that's the Brisbane River. And they went up the Brisbane River, and again, lots of mangroves up there too. But they ended up going a little bit further up, and then they settled in Brisbane. I don't know why they called Brisbane, but anyway, they called it Brisbane. And yeah, but back in the day, they used to take boatloads of people to this area because this is a beautiful beach. I mean, it's not the Gold Coast, not Cancun, but it's a beautiful beach and it's flat. That's the other thing, because there's an island there called Moreton Island. So this is really good for families to come and swim. And we're just keep in mind, remember, back in the day, there wasn't a lot of opportunity to learn to swim. There wasn't swimming pools like we'd have today. So people didn't know how to swim. So it was probably safer to come here where it's flat water to frolic in the water. And they used to always also come to the Sandgate Pier, or the Shorncliffe Pier now it's called, which is over the bay, that we were there last on Friday, went for a little bit of an adventure. They would take boatloads of people there too. And a bit further is the Redcliffe Jetty, just above, about 10 minutes from me. And they used to take boatloads of people from Brisbane. So this is a seaside village, or seaside holiday little place. And in here used to be as I said, there used to be a pavilion, a museum, and over the years it's had many names. It turned into like bars and restaurants and ice cream shops and seafood shops, and there was a wedding centre here too. Unfortunately, they decided that it was getting too costly to fix, so they pulled it down. So the Redcliffe people were all very upset about it because it was a very, very kind of Art Deco kind of building. And we believe that the council's a little bit sinister and they've got their own kind of agenda. And God knows what they're going to be building in here. We reckon they're going to build some kind of monstrosity. that they'll make money out of. I'm sure, and then I'm sure all the locals will love it. Okay, so there's the swimmers, guys. So we had some early swimmers already. That's one of those things, we'll all complain about it when it's been built. We will refuse to use it. And then eventually we'll start using it. Oh yeah, it's not bad. It's a nice place to have a bar, a drink or a meal. It's happened, so it is what it is. That's development, right? I mean, look at all the development here. There's a crane there. There's a crane there. Behind there's lots of cranes in Redcliffe now. Lots of apartments getting thrown up. So, yeah, it's a busy little place now, but nowhere near as busy as like Sydney or Bondi Beach or anything like that. We're never going to be Bondi Beach. I don't want to be Bondi Beach, right? I won't be able to afford to live here. I mean, as it is, we have people, living in tents by the beach here. It's not just Redcliffe, all over Queensland, all over Sydney, New South Wales and Victoria. And I'm sure even in Tasmania. When I was in Tasmania about 2 years ago, and I saw homeless people, in parks in Tassie. And I thought to myself, holy crap, Tasmania's like the end of the earth in Australia. And it's so cold down there, right? How the hell can you be homeless down there? I mean, I know you can, because obviously we all know that, we're like a stone throw away from being homeless. I mean, the world is gone bananas, right? I don't know what happened to our world. But, I don't think we can judge people that are homeless when really one bad decision can end us up homeless. Honestly, it really can. So I would never judge someone homeless. And unfortunately, a lot of people in, big houses along the beachfront here make very, very bad judgment on these people, ruining their view. And given, I'm going to be honest, sometimes the homeless people have some issues. I mean, I'd have some issues, I'm going to be honest, if I lived in a tent without running water. Can you imagine Dora not having access to a toilet? I'd go bananas, man. I drink enough water that I'd have to drink, I'd have to stop drinking water. I'd end up being an old hag. Because that's what happens when you stop drinking water. Your skin type, skin gets different. Anyway, that's obviously there's more reasons to drink water than, your skin going funny. But what I'm trying to say is yes, people homeless have a bad reputation. They get into drugs, alcohol, start stealing stuff, start making trouble. But I think there's, the root of it is that they have nowhere to live, man. And that's got to be hard. My heart goes out for those people. Am I going to invite them to live in my house? No. So I'm part of the problem. Kick, kick. Hey, guys, actually, this is Lavender's Rock. Hey, we've got Itoll Slayer. Hello, Itoll Slayer. Hi, guys. I saw Lavender yesterday. I could see her again on the chat. So I'm sure she doesn't mind me sharing what's going on with Lavender. So last time I heard from Lavender, her parents were going to divorce, and she's obviously very upset. She didn't really talk about that, but she said to me that she just got her license. And then the first day that she got a license, she had a car accident and ended up in hospital. So she said that someone bumped her from behind. Well, she's okay. Anyway, that was, yeah, as I said, I hadn't heard from Lavender for a while. But Lavender's still around, guys. And we always wish her well. There's a lot of seagrass in here. which means there's a lot of dugongs eating it out there. So dugongs are sea cows. They're these mysterious animals that I have yet to see in the wild. You know that Dora is wildlife curious. You like how I said that? So I'm not bi curious. I'm wildlife curious. I don't like seeing animals caged up. Though I am a small hypocrite because I do have an animal caged up at home, Blackie, our blind chicken. But she's unfortunately caged up for good reason, so that the other chickens don't attack her, and then she doesn't wander into a corner and can't get out of it. But on that note, we do love her very much, and our chicken coop is about to fall down, literally. So over the weekend there was Operation Fix Up Garden. So obviously you guys know that we were living outside in a camper van for 4 months while our house was kind of, renovated in some ways. Still happening, renovated, but in that time, obviously the garden was very much neglected because we weren't there. So poor chickens went on strike. They didn't give us any eggs for a long time, and poor Blackie has stopped laying eggs too, so she's not happy. But when we moved the chicken house so to make sure that Blackie wasn't getting completely roasted in the chicken house. Because obviously she can't see, and we don't want her getting fried, because it's so hot in the sun here in Queensland. So we moved her, and we kind of said, "Oh, gee, this chicken house is going to fall down soon. We probably need to do something about it." We didn't do anything about it, and obviously we moved out. And since we've been back, it's now winter, and the sun has changed, so it's not getting so much sun at all. So it's kind of cold in the backyard now. And little Blackie, again, can't see. She's trying to feel her way to some sun. There's only little straight, like, rays of sun coming through. So we feel awfully bad. But if we actually try to pick up the actual chicken coop, it'll fall down. So instead of the chicken house falling down on the poor chicken, we just have to leave it. And that doesn't make us feel good. These are weird animals. These are weird birds. Someone in the chat actually looked them up for me. They're actually not a seagull. I thought they might have been a seagull, but they're not. They're some weird bird. And there's only like one or two of them around. I don't know, it's like they're lost or something. But they're interesting. Look at the red beak. They're very interesting. So Troll Slayer is from the east coast of the US. Okay, so East Coast. It could be New York, New Jersey, Florida. You don't need to share that, obviously. Welcome in. So yeah, anyway, talking about animals. Yeah, so anyway, we had to clear a whole lot of banana trees. We did this a little while ago, last year, because bananas just go rampant. They drop little pups and you'll have like a forest of bananas before you know it. So we actually got rid of them because that's where we're going to build a new chicken house. And of course, we relocated them to another area, which they're going okay over there. But once you have bananas in one area, even though you think you got rid of them, guess what? They still come back. And of course, we weren't there for 4 months, or we were, but we weren't really like concentrating on the backyard. They just went rampant again. So before you know it, we've got like a forest of bananas again. So anyway, long story short, we've been putting it off and putting it off. So yeah, we got there last on the weekend. They have all been dug up, and we've dropped them. So yeah, bananas are actually got a lot of good nutrients in them, right? Well, bananas, yes, but like the banana actual tree, and a whole lot of water too. So like mulching, I guess. So we've dropped it and actually put it in the garden because it'll make good soil one day. I put a lot of it around my chocos as like natural kind of sugarcane mulch kind of thing. Um, and we have got a new chicken house coming through the week. So that will get built And apparently, it's one of these chicken houses. Oh dear. One of these chicken houses that you can walk into. So we're going to walk into it, and that will be where our little Blackie will live. So we'll be able to walk into it, clean it up really well. At the moment, I have to bend into it to get there. So yeah, it should hopefully be a nice space for a little Blackie, for our blind chicken, and it'll be obviously a nice space for our chickens to lay eggs. They'll be separated from Blackie, unfortunately, and we've had to do a whole kind of we've got some guys. We've got a pelican on the beach. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pelican is walking on the beach. Let me just zoom in so you can see, because by the time I get up there, it might not be there. Like I said, I absolutely adore animals. I'm wildlife curious. And like I said, I don't like caged animals. Don't like zoos for that reason. And, like swimming with dolphins and all that kind of stuff is, I think it's really right because they're feeding them. And like, we shouldn't feed animals, like, especially like, if you're a grandparent or a parent, please don't let your children, like, give bread to animals, like to birds and stuff like that. It's really bad. Like, giving animals, especially birds, like ducks, bread is really, really bad. And I know parents are like, oh, it's only a little bit. But you know how many parents do it? Like, you go to a lake somewhere, you just watch so many families coming down with bread. And I know it's so cute seeing, your children and your grandchildren feeding the little duckies and you get your photos. But it's not good for the animals. But more than anything, the animals become dependent on it, right? And that was interesting over COVID, when everyone was kind of locked down, these poor animals starved because they're like, well, where's our food? They're so reliant on, children coming through and feeding them bread that they don't go looking for their own food anymore. So a lot of animals starved. But COVID's over now, and then we're back feeding the animals. So yeah, there's even big dirty signs that say don't feed the wildlife. But people still do it. Okay, we don't get too close to wildlife. It's really interesting. What are you doing? I've never seen one down here. And let alone just walk into the middle like this. It's weird, really interesting. I love the way they walk. Look at that. Waddle, 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 waddle. So always give wildlife a bit of a birth. I mean, I'd love to go get a selfie with them. Yeah, I get it. But don't. Waddle, waddle. Oh, my heart. Look at that. Where's my friend Deb? Calling Deb. Bring, 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 bring. Deb Warwick. There's a pelican. And he's just like standing there modelling for us. You are so cute. And look, pelicans know what's going on too. They are watching. They're like, I know you're there. I'm posing. I'm posing. I'm giving you my best angle. So have I told you about the time that a pelican shit on my car? No joke. I was driving along. Now, pelicans, just for context, pelicans like to sleep on like these light poles. Now, there's a long bridge that separates Redcliffe from the other side of town, to the Brisbane area, and a lot of the pelicans like to hang out. Oh, he's coming this way, guys. So if I just stay still, I don't think he's going to come near us, guys. That's for sure. But I'm just going to stay still. Yeah, they hang out on these light poles over the bridge, and I'm driving along one morning to myself, and no joke, a massive pelican poop all over my windscreen. So naturally, I'm on a bridge. I can't stop. I put the windscreen wipers on because I can't see because it's like a white mess. And I tell you guys, it was horrific. So I actually had to come straight home and get the hose onto the car because apparently, well, pelicans eat a lot of fish, right? and it's very stinky, very oily. It'll ruin your car. So I went home and had to clean the windscreen. And I tell you, I was die-reaching. It was that bad. It was so stinky. So yeah, pelican poop is bleh. I mean, any poop's bleh. See you, Susan. Oh no, troll slayer. It's really interesting. As I said, I don't normally see him down here. There's no one fishing, but it's like, come to say hello. Okay, we're going to keep on walking. So I'm not going to walk right next to him. I don't want to separate. I don't want to. But see how he's looking at me? He knows. See, look, I'm looking at you. I know you're there. I know you're there. Look at 360. Like a poltergeist. See? He's like, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Oops, I'm watching you. Yep, I would never hurt you. I'd never hurt you. All right. Bye. You are so damn cute. So damn cute. I just want to pinch you on the butt. I mean, that's weird. I wouldn't really want to pinch it on the butt. Oh, I know. I thought you meant you were going, Susan. But obviously, if you've got places to go, things to do, get them done. Yeah, that's what Susan said. It's Redcliffe, southeast Queensland. We do have pelicans here. Generally, they are where the fishermen are. But this one is just a lone pelican hanging out with the seagulls this morning. So it is 7:23 a.m. on Monday morning here in southeast Queensland. You got all your morning walkers. You're right. Someone's having a dummy fit. You ate my chip. God damn you. You ate my chip. Well, that is a seagull having an absolute dummy spit. Absolute dummy spit. What the hell? I always marvel at how beautiful seagulls are. Like, I mean, how clean they are. I mean, I know they eat like anything, but look how clean they are. They are so. God, this one is really having a spat. Geez, you're an angry seagull. Man, we are watching a seagull fight. Or maybe is this seagull love? Is this how they mate, guys? Are we watching mating in like real life? I don't know. Does anyone know how? Oh, guys, I don't know what's happening here. I think we are watching a mating session. I feel a bit dirty, and I like it. Oh my goodness! Look, they're getting frisky out there, like literally frisking up their feathers. Are we watching? I don't know, guys. Does anyone know how seagulls mate? I actually don't know how birds mate, guys. I have no idea. I'm just being funny, or I'm just enjoying it myself. You can judge me all you like. I don't care. Did Susan just say might be a baby Dora? Well, I'm still waiting for a calf named Dora, right? Maybe this year I'll get it. Maybe this year I'll get a calf named after me. God, okay. And then we have our lone pelican. pelicans lonely? There's another group of pelicans and they come with there's about 3 of them. It's like this one's just a lone one all the time. Sometimes he joins the other 3, but most times you just see him by himself. Just hanging out by himself. A little something something's going on there, Simply Debbie Sue says. All right, let's go. Yeah, they're still up here, guys. And look, there's a third one coming in, guys. We're about to. There's going to be some weird threesome happening up here. Sorry, not sorry. Or, someone's like a little bit curious up here. No, he's walking away. He's like, nah. I wanted to see if I could lend a hand, but no. Okay, let's go a bit closer. Oh, it might be a baby Dora, not a baby Dora. You know me, guys. I'm just glancing at the chat and I read what I think I want to read. All right, stop shaking. All right, let's go up here. Let's see what's happening. Let's be a little bit of a voyeurist and just check out what's happening with these seagulls. So we've got the one lone seagull that went to check out on these 2. Oh, we're still happening, guys. I think there's something, as Debbie Sue said, there's something happening here, guys. Oops. And they're like, go away. This is our private moment. They're telling the other one to go away. Look, I don't know what we're witnessing here, guys, but I think we're witnessing young love. Young love at its best. You're still being a jerk. What is going on with you guys? There's a crowd, seagull style. I don't know what's going on. Can someone, hey, around the table and around the world are my friends from Sydney. Hey guys, how you going? We're actually, we're not sure what we're witnessing, guys. There's a whole lot of seagulls and there's a pelican behind me, but we're actually got stuck looking at these 2 random pelicans. One's actually quite an angry one. I don't know. Do you reckon that's the female being angry or is it the male? I mean, we're just I mean, it could be 2 females. It could be 2 males. I don't know. I don't know seagull lifestyles, but I don't know. They're doing something, guys. And as Debbie Sue said, they're doing something. Are you getting ready for work around the world? Well, good morning, mate. Nice to see you. I checked out one of your latest videos. No, I actually haven't finished watching it, actually. I've got a new live stream that I do kind of randomly every week called YouTube Passports, where I check out old videos of mine and check out comments that I actually haven't replied to. And one of them was from you. And then I take that opportunity to go look at your channel. Okay. That pelican has just ran away. And I think, oh no, that pelican's also just running away. Okay, we've got a chase happening. The chase is happening, guys. It's going to come back. Where's it going to come back to? Yep, it's coming back. And I check out old videos. People's latest videos. So I saw your latest video. Well, actually, I did watch it. You were walking in a marina down in Sydney. It was really, really nice. Where was that marina? That's what I was going to ask. If I didn't put that in the comments, where was the marina in your latest video around the world? So we've got a lone pelican around the seagulls. Okay, Dora, keep walking. You have 20 more subs for a photo post. Huh? Did Debbie Sue just say that? That other bird needs to turn around and rock his world. I didn't say that. Debbie Sue said that. But I was thinking it. All right. Let's stop being dirty pervs watching birds, mate. Oh, I need to get this to a bin. Well, what does today hold for me, guys? A bit of cloud over here, but I think it's going to be quite a nice day. It's not very warm. It's a bit overcasty, which is kind of nice for walking, right? This is nice weather for walking. Really nice weather for walking. Yesterday morning, I woke up thinking it was Monday morning, and I said, right. I sprung straight up, which is so unheard of for me, and went, right, I want to go for a long walk. Then I realised it was Sunday morning. But I got up anyway, because I thought, well, you know what? My body wants to walk, obviously. And I went for a nice walk yesterday morning. It was lovely. And then I was going out with my niece, and I did. And I planned to do some painting with my niece, but we didn't end up painting. We went on a bit of an adventure. Oh, did someone lose their spoon? We went on a bit of an adventure. We went to a park that we normally go, and we meet up with my mum there and have a picnic. But we went to a different area of the park, and it was so nice. So yeah, my niece and I were mucking around, and one of our friends from the community sent me a video of them dancing on a bridge. So I took an opportunity to get my niece to hold the phone while I did a wacky dance on a bridge. So I will edit that together for Wednesday night for Dancing with Dora Wednesday. So that will be a fun little collab. I can't wait. I cannot wait. And yeah, my niece was laughing at me. She's like, what are you dancing for like that? Why do you dance like that? I just said, you just dance how you feel. So yeah, we had fun playing around trees, haunted trees like. Took some scary photos. She likes to take photos, so I gave her my phone and we took some funny photos. And then we went out with my mum. My niece is only 7. She wanted French fries, to my mum's horror. But anyway, I bought her some French fries, and then my mum and I had a seafood laksa. That was very yummy. So it was nice to catch up with my mum. If you're watching, mum, hi mum. I'm just going to chuck this in the bin. Oh, I'll leave the spoon there. You never know, someone might want that. Okay, while we're here, guys, let's do some push-ups because I haven't. Well, last week it was a bit slippery to do some push-ups, so I didn't do many push-ups. Ah. Hmm. Joshua. Hey, Joshua, how you going? Joshua's awake. Sorry, not Joshua. Jasper's awake. Okay, have fun, Susan. Are we getting a pop-up live soon? So Joshua's got here. I like hearing those stories you do, Debbie. Your voice sounds so still. Well, Joshua, in a couple of hours, um, Debbie Sue has her Night Whispers story coming out. So check that out. See you, Susan. See you around the world. The Classmate 94. What is the name of this place? It's Redcliffe. I'm in southeast Queensland in Australia. If you haven't got my accent, g'day, mate. This is a beautiful bay area. We don't have a huge lot of waves. There's an island in front of us there. So this is called Moreton Bay. We've got people, some kayakers out there. So they're probably like fishing kayaks. You know, they've got them set up for fishing. And we've got a whole bunch of swimmers in there at the moment too. I'm walking along the beach, but I'm sidetracked at the moment. I'm going to do my push-ups. So just disclaimer, guys, I am not a health and fitness channel. Don't subscribe. Um, and I know I'm not doing push-ups properly. I'm trying to get better, okay? I've got to get better by trying to do it more often. And I didn't do it last week, so let's do it. And then we'll go for a walk. So if you want to go do something else, you don't need to watch me do this. It's very weird. So I've been doing, it's just that. I've been doing um, 8 reps. I want to do 10 reps now, and I'm going to do 5 sets. It's time to move it on, right? One set up. Actually, I'm going to see if I can try to do it on the ground, because that's where I'm supposed to do push-ups, right? Okay, on the ground's hard. Okay, so apparently you can do them up here. That's a lot easier. So you can start there. But I'm going a little lower, right? That's what I'm trying to do. I've got to test myself a little bit more, right? I've got to torture myself a little bit more. All right. Stop talking about it, do it. Woo. So it's 2 extra? Push it over, I tell you. got to get serious, guys. It's getting a bit warm. All right, 2 sets done. I know I can't go all the way down. I am trying. I'm getting better. I am getting better. That's the whole point, right? You've got to try to get better. Oh, that was my last set, so I'm trying to go more than 10 just to push myself. I did 15. That didn't feel bad. It's interesting. The last couple of sets, they hurt. Not like they hurt, but like they're harder. But I feel like I get lower. Interesting, right? Hey, Mum. Is that my Mum? Hey, Mum. Yes, it was beautiful, honey. And thank you. Oh, Mum was talking about meeting up yesterday. Hey, Mum, how you going? Josh is there talking away. I look forward to having the laksa made for breakfast, though. I've still got some leftovers. Oh, that's just, oh. Those ones are harder. Okay, squat time. I don't know how many I did then, but we've done our 5 sets. Okay, I need more water. Okay, I need more than 63 squats. The 63 squat represents the 63 people here in Australia that decide they don't want to be here. I can't mention the word. Unfortunately, it starts with S. My friend Esther, unfortunately, is one of those statistics. That's 9 people a day. And that's a really sad stat. And I take that opportunity to talk about mental health. It's about my mental health, your mental health. Um, we're all important, right? And I think we all have a responsibility for ourselves. I understand that when you are in a very bad mental state, it's hard to think about yourself. You become it's a spiral, right? And again, I'm not anyone special, right? I'm not a therapist or anything, so don't come at me for therapy. I'm doing my own therapy, which is going out on the beach, being out in nature. It's good for my mental health, right? Because if I don't do those things, I could go into a spiral myself. It's not hard to, start drinking alcohol and eating bad food and sitting there and watching TV all day or YouTube all day. Sorry if you do. Um, and just go into a spiral of depression and not going outside. It's not hard, right? The world we live in today is set up to do that now, unfortunately. So that's why you see me out, giving, respecting my body, my temple, my mind, my spirit by going out and walking on the beach because it makes me feel happy. Like when you see me go on the beach, I am more than happy. I am like another level. Like I'm jumping out of myself. I love being on the beach. But not everyone lives on the beach, right? My mum lives up in the mountains. Debbie Sue lives up in the mountains. So, find a river. My mum loves looking at the chickens. That's good for her mental state. So find things that are really good for your mental state and do them. Because, you know, don't let things unchecked. If you've got an issue, talk to someone. Probably, someone professional, because, you know, we're not equipped to deal with mental health. No one really is, I guess. That's why you go to a therapist, but it's hard to get to a therapist. That's the problem. Anyway, that's my little chat on mental health. Um, I know it brings down the chat. I don't care. It's fine because mental health is something I'm always going to talk about. All right, let's go walking. I forgot. Guess what, Debbie Sue? I got pockets, pockets, pockets. All right. Do I need a battery charger? Probably. Oh, my car's this way. So we're going to keep on walking for a bit. If you want to join us, join away. But if you have better to do, like go check out another channel, go do that. You don't need to babysit me. I'm good. I will talk to myself for hours. It is very weird. I am weird, and I own it. All right. Let me have some more water. We have a battery charger. Probably the only one that I haven't wrecked yet. Pockets. It's got pockets. I don't know what it is with me and battery chargers. They just don't survive in my household. I ran over battery chargers. I dropped my last one. I dropped on the beach when I was beach walking. Yep. They die of weird disasters. So let's go up here. I want to fill my bottle of water up, and then we'll get back on the beach. And here's some more pelicans. They're not real pelicans, obviously. They're sculptures. So by getting my weights, my strength training out of the way means that I'm going to be burning extra calories today. That's not an excuse to have, bad food, Dora, just saying. But it just means that, I don't know, my body's going to perform better through the day. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. And this is probably why eventually I'm going to have to start going to a gym, because I actually really like strength training. I do like it. I just don't really want to go to a gym. Okay, I'm going to put you down, guys. I need to fill up my bottle of water. And, oh shit. Whoops, I've just put water all over the phone. Oops, whoopsie. Okay, I can't help myself. Okay. I'm going to put you over here. I'll have to take you apart a second. Just give you a second. Okay, let me just take away. I've got to take the phone off the case of the mobile phone. I've just got water everywhere, literally. Phones don't like water, apparently. Okay, give me a second, guys. Oops. I'm going to take this off the case. This is what happens when Dora takes you on adventures and then she gets you wet, literally wet. I have to take my whole case off to clean it. And I've got one of these adventure cases so that... Okay. Oh, phone. Now that I've got the case off it. It's called an OtterBox. And it's good for adventures like Dora does, because see how it's all padded. It's got one of those thingy-jiggies on it. But it's like a puzzle to put it back together. Literally like a puzzle. Literally. This is the puzzle that goes back on top. You clip it back in. You have an OtterBox too. Yeah, they're good phones, aren't they? They're really good. Okay, this is what's wet. Okay. Now let me clean that. So that's a good thing, right? That means the outside protected it from the water. I mean, technically, these phones are now, they're shower proof apparently, but probably didn't exactly like the whole, like, water's just chucked over the top of it. Okay. There we go. Okay, we're good. All right. Now, we want to walk to the next hut because I couldn't get water out of that tap. The tap was going sideways, and so so I had to put my bottle this way. So every time the water went in, it went straight out. So we need water, right? I love water. So let's walk to the next hut. Hopefully, the next hut has a better water system. Oh, look at this little doggy. Little fluff ball. Little fluff ball. Oh, there's a random chair, guys. Oh, someone must be, I don't know, doing something. Oh, that's a pretty good chair, guys. I don't know what's sitting there. No idea. Don't ask questions. All right. So I feel like I've got my strength training out of the way. Now I can just walk. It is my Monday morning here in Australia. I have a late start today. So I have a battery pack with me. So I'm not going to run out of juice. There's another chair, random chair. Because I believe last Monday I did run out of juice. And I think, Debbie Sue, you were there. You were talking to your friend Antosh. And the phone cut out. And when I went back to the car, I plugged it in. I turned the phone on and it said, "Do you want to continue your live stream?" I'm like, "Oh, cool. Let's see what happens." And Debbie Sue was there. She's like, "I told you you'd come back." I don't have any water here. Oh, yeah, there we do. Over here. Oh, no, we don't. It's turned off. Oh, yeah, it does. Here we go. There you go, guys. Okay, let's get the phone out of the way so I don't do the same thing I did last time. Oh, shit. All right, let's walk. Wrong. So I've got a little holder to hold the phone. What could go wrong, guys? What could go wrong? You can hear the beautiful magpies making noises. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely. Oh, I can't even tell you how the sand feels on my feet. It feels like just walking on. It's so nice. Like I said, anytime I hit to the beach, as soon as I hit the sand, there's just something special about that for me. It really is. And, I know, like for Debbie Sue, for example, she's like way, way away from the beach. So I'm taking you to the beach, Debbie Sue. Yeah, that was kind of funny, wasn't it, Debbie Sue? Like that, the actual, even though the battery, went flat, YouTube actually remembered that I was on a live stream and it just said, "Do you want to, risk it, continue your live stream?" I'm like, oh, okay, righto. Very interesting. Very interesting. So last year, around this time, I don't know if you guys remember, but remember that guy? He ran aground his boat, and his boat was just sitting on this beach. And bit by bit, people would come down and steal stuff off it. But bit by bit, people helped him take it apart too. It was very interesting. It was very interesting. Poor guy. He effectively was homeless after that happened because he lived on his boat. That was pretty hard. That was hard to watch. That poor guy. Someone offered him a caravan, and they parked it in front of the boat so that he could sleep in the caravan while he worked on the boat. That was a really nice thing for someone to do. Um, but what happened was, you know, his mental health from what happened, being effectively homeless and relying on handouts from strangers, his mental health went through the roof. And I believe there was like a week he just stayed in the camper van, didn't leave. And in that time, people stole stuff off the boat. Typical, right? But then apparently he met some lady walking on the beach, and something happened, something, and she moved in with her. I don't know what's happened since, no idea. But I'm going to go, hopefully it was a happy ending. That, he met someone lovely and they're living together and his mental health is good. Hopefully, maybe he got a job. Maybe he's bought another boat. I don't know. Or maybe he's not boating anymore from that what happened. Getting knocked up onto the water. I'm sorry, not knocked off. Yeah, there's rocks out here. He got knocked up onto the rocks and then pushed into the beach. That would have been pretty traumatic, I'm going to be honest. I probably wouldn't want to go out in the boat after that. But they do say you got to get back on the horse, right? If you fall off a horse, they say get back on the horse. Joshua says, I wish you could live in a castle like that, Debbie Sue. Well, now, Debbie Sue, you do live in a castle, right? You live in your own castle. It might not look like the castle that people think of castles, but I think we all live in our own castles, right? Those, Debbie Sue, can you imagine living in that house that we saw the other day? Oh, I think that would be magical. It would cost an absolute ton of money to fix up. But, let's face it, if we could afford that house, then you're going to be able to afford to fix it, right? You definitely wouldn't be buying a house like that if you can't afford to fix it. Because those kind of old houses, they need a lot of renovations. Yep, our home is our castle, right? Our body is our temple. And I'm grateful for my temple and I'm grateful for my castle. And I'm grateful for my friendships. Debbie Sue, Kindred Spirit. I asked my niece yesterday afternoon if she had watched the movie Pollyanna. Because last week at a op shop, I found a DVD of Pollyanna. So I can't really, I do remember a little bit of Pollyanna, but I don't really remember much. Obviously, I haven't watched it since I was a child. So I just thought it'd be a nice video or DVD to watch with my niece. I introduced her to The Sound of Music. She absolutely loved it. It was so nice to share a beautiful movie. The Sound of Music is that's my childhood. Running around singing The Sound of Music songs and playing on the streets. I had a great childhood. I had great neighbours that I used to watch that video over and over with, and we'd run on the streets and sing all the songs. And, the world looks completely different to children these days. So it's nice to be able to share a little bit of old with, a little young one now. And I actually happen to have a second copy of The Sound of Music. And I gave her the copy to take home. And she likes it. She likes to hear that, I hear her sometimes singing the music, singing the songs. I'm sure it's not going to have the same feel as I had when I was younger, but it was nice to share that with her. She's 7. I've got to say, Debbie Sue, I haven't seen much of Deb Warwick lately, and I think she did say that was because her children, like her daughter's living with her and her family, so they're keeping her occupied, which I think is so nice, right? Like, I used to see Deb Warwick all the time in the live streams, and it's kind of like, obviously, I like to have a chat with her, but I think it's so nice that we don't see her very often now because she's actually so busy now with her family. And I know that Deb was quite lonely, and that's why she'd come to YouTube. So I'm so happy to, not see her, I guess, because that means that she's with her family. But I do catch her every now and then. She's, says hello on the replays, and she'll say hello to me, or she'll say hello, Debbie Sue. So it's quite cute. So, hey, Deb, if you're watching this on the replay, hello. And did you see the pelican? That was really random, the pelican just hanging out with the seagulls. Very random. So I'm walking up to the section where I normally see the pelicans. Not normally, but I sometimes see the pelicans. Will we see them over the hump? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Have you caught up with your sister lately, Debbie Sue? Have you got a date scheduled to catch up again? How far away does your sister live, actually? Hey, Debbie Sue, Matt was here before. I'm sure he was here before. Did he say how Marie was? Maria? And did did Susan say that she was going to do a pop-up live? Because I can't wait to see this little puppy. I think the issue is that, and it's not an issue, right? Is that her daughter Paige is obviously doting on Jasper, and Paige doesn't want to be on YouTube, obviously. So, and let's face it, the dog is for both of them. Right. Yes, the day after my birthday, we will be doing something. She lives 40 minutes away. Okay, and when's your birthday, Debbie Sue? Oh, you don't want to say. That's okay, don't say out loud. I'm sure you will tell us after the effect. I think there's a few people having birthdays. I think Jazz's birthday's soon too. Oh, it's so nice walking through here, and the water just lapping up against my feet. It's really quite nice. So, Debbie Sue, you know how I've I'm trying to change my ways and not do everything, because even though I want to do everything and I can do everything, doesn't mean I should do everything, right? I'm trying to, calm down my nervous system a bit so it's not just running around like crazy all the time. And I'm doing a good, I'm getting better at it. But you know what's interesting, right? One of my good girlfriends, I won't name names, but I see my reflection in her now. And I just think, no wonder why we hung out so much together, because she was like me, like just go, 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 go. And it's not like that I've been ignoring her or not wanting to catch up, but I think in ways, maybe mentally I am. Like I didn't think I was, but like she'll ask me, oh, do you want to go hiking? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? And I'll say, oh, sorry, mate. I've got Pilates on this morning. I've got this on. And I do, I'm not lying. I do, she'll say, hey, do you want to catch up on, Friday morning for a walk? And I'll go, oh, no, mate, sorry, I've got Pilates. But she's been messaging quite a lot. And every time I've got an excuse. And I was thinking to myself just a couple of days ago, I think the reason that I'm doing that is because I think I'm just trying to protect myself in ways. Because I think, well, you know what? If I'm around that energy, it's going to pull me back in. And I know she won't be listening to this. She doesn't really look at YouTube. I shouldn't be talking smack about my friends, because I'm not really talking smack. I'm just talking out loud, I guess. But I think, yeah, well, I messaged her and said, this is what's going on. Like, I didn't tell her about her life. That's her life, right? But I just said, look, I apologise if it, oh, shivers, whoops, whoops, whoops. If it appears like I am ignoring you. It's just that, I have had a lot on. And, every time you ring, I feel bad that, I'm always saying that I'm doing something. And I just said, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I am trying to change my ways. I said, and I made it from my point of view. I didn't talk about her. Anyway, I got a message back from her a couple of days later. And she said, it was interesting, right? Like, she obviously didn't hear what I said, because she's like, yeah, let's catch up before my birthday next weekend. Like, her birthday's this weekend. And I kind of just was telling her that, I've got a routine that I'm doing, and I'm, trying to. Anyway, what I guess I'm trying to say is it's interesting, right? Because if someone had kind of told me the same story about their life, I'd probably ignore it too, because it's talking about me, right? Not talking about me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, it would hit nerves. Or maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't even get it. Because let's face it, um, in the last year, let's put it that way, Dora last year was into everything and anything. I mean, I can't even keep up with what I got done last year. I did so much. And, and I'm not saying, and actually think that's a bad thing now that I think about it. It's not a cool thing. Um, but like, I didn't even have time to think. So maybe that's why she's also in the same, mind. Like, she's not even thinking. Because, yeah, that might be Dora rabbiting on about her life. But she's on her own journey. But it's interesting, right? Like, you find things in your own time. I mean, I've had good friends say to me a lot, hey, you really do need to slow down. Like, you're going, a million miles an hour. And, yeah, and like, I'm just, I am really proud of myself that I finally did listen. Ooh, ooh, that's nice. Okay, hold on. Drop the bloody battery pack, Dora. Okay, hold on. Stay away from water, Dora. That is really nice. So I've been picking up random rocks on the beach and putting them in my pot plants, my indoor pot plants. But I think that's quite nice. And you know what they say about, if you find something that you walk past and you feel like you're drawn to it, pick it up. It has some power. These are all crystals, right? I would say that is a quartz of some description. Hmm. So anyway, yeah, I'm this week I do have to make a couple of calls to some girlfriends that are going through some things, and that's just a stark reminder for me that you know if I kept on going the way I was going, that I'd be forced to stop for different reasons, health wise. So it's nice to be able to stop myself before I had to stop myself. If that makes any sense. Anyway, we're not going to go any further. We can't go any further. Last week we were able to kind of pull our pants up, so to speak, and walk through a little bit and then get to the beach. But yeah, it looks like the tide is coming up. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. But I don't know. There's something that's changed in me when I've realised where I'm at and that I'm intentionally trying to slow myself down. I can't put the finger on it, and I don't think I should put my finger on it. But yeah, it's nice. Maybe I just feel a little bit more calmer inside. I'm not go, go, go. And maybe that's the reason why I'm kind of distancing myself from my friend, because that her energy, that go, 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 I maybe don't want to be around it at the moment. Otherwise, I could be sucked into it. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to watch this rock here. Hmm. Yeah, we're going to take that home. Oh, what's that? It's a grape. It's a grape. I thought it was a marble or something. It's a grape. All right, well, no seagull, no pelicans down this way. No one's actually fishing, actually. I didn't point out there's a whole lot of guys sitting up on the chairs up there. They're the fishermen that do the mullet run. So they sit here and they actually do spotting. And if they see the mullet jumping, then they call their mates and then they put the boats in to get the mullet. What I would like to organise myself to do this week is reading. Definitely need to get back into the practice of reading. I've got so many books that I've bought in the last couple of months that I really have been thinking about wanting to read, but didn't read because I had all these excuses. So obviously I'm still keeping myself busy. Not a cool thing, Dora, but I'll get there. I guess the first step is actually, accepting that you do need to change something. And one of those things is actually saying no. For example, my mum, I don't think is in the background anymore, but mum's listening, it doesn't really matter. Is even saying no to my mum. Like my mum is wanting to go to some different Indonesian things. And I'm like, no, mum, I'm sorry. I can't go to all of them. I can't, like, and it can't always be on me. I'm like, mum, you do realise you have another daughter. Like, it shouldn't be me, the one, saying yes to everything. So I'm mindful that, people do come to me and expect me to say yes and do everything. So I'm also just saying no. No. And yes, my mum will be pissed off with me, but that's okay. She does have another daughter. She can be pissed off with my sister too. Or my mum can ask one of her friends to take her. Or my mum doesn't need to go. And that's harsh, I know. But, I'm just trying to protect my own energy too. Next weekend, I'm going up with Diego to a place called Toowoomba. So kind of up the mountain in a different area than my mum's. So that's next weekend gone. His grandmother is still alive and she's turning 90. So that will be nice to catch up with some of Diego's family. And Diego's sister has two little babies. So it'll be really cute to see them. But that means that next weekend is not around. And weekends I, generally do my washing, get my salads done, the whole routine I get into, right? So I know next week, the following week, I'll be a little bit behind in my things. So this week I'll have to wash my clothes earlier than the weekend. And yeah, anyway. And then mum was saying, can you take me to this thing next weekend, the weekend after? And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to be honest that I know that having 2 weekends out will put me behind in all my things. So yes, I'm being selfish. But you know what? I think sometimes you have to be selfish. Hey, Katie. Hey, Katie, how you going? I'm live streaming and watching your live at the same time. I love when I do that too. I've done that a few times. Hi, guys, and I'm just rattling off. Rah, 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 rah. Well, welcome to the beach. You're on your bicycle in Alaska with potential moose walking behind you. I had a pelican on the beach before. That was pretty cool. And we saw some maybe young love between pelicans before, between seagulls before. That was kind of cute. So Simply Debbie Sue says here, Dora, you are starting to honour the version of you that has been asking for care. Yeah, maybe, maybe. I talk about self-care and mental health and, it's all intellect, it's all linked, right? You're watching Katie's and Dora's live, Matt. Oh, guys, you don't need to do that. Just watch Katie's, guys. But yeah, it's kind of funny doing a live and then watching someone else on the live. I know Kathleen sometimes does that where she's doing a live stream and, like I'm in the background of her live stream doing a live. It's funny. But it's pretty cool. Like, Alaska's like, you can't get any more further than Alaska, right? Well, you can, but, and then you can get quite further down from Australia. We actually had someone in the chat from the bottom of Australia in our chat earlier. Radio Jonesy from Tasmania. That's proper, like from one end to the other end, right? Man, just stop and look at that, guys. That is just really, really pretty. And you know what? I get to live here. Gratitude, right? Gratitude. Pikachu. Oh, hey, Pikachu. Pikachu was a friend in Katie's chat. I think you do a lot of gaming, don't you, Pikachu? He lives down the road from Katie. Yes, tell Maria hi from all of us, Matt. Sending love and strength to her in this time. So, Debbie Sue, is there anything exciting happening in your week ahead? I know it's Sunday for you, not Monday, but is there anything exciting happening this week ahead for you? Are you going out anywhere specifically? How far is town? Like, if, for example, say you said, oh, you know what, I feel like a fresh cup of tea. I mean, I don't know why you would, but just pretend. Say you wanted to go and get a cup of tea in a cafe. How far is town to go get a cafe, like a cup of tea? Nothing specific happening this week. Me, I've just got work and a few things personally I've got to do. And get myself organised for this weekend to be away. We're only away for one night, but I probably shouldn't say which night, just because, you know, you shouldn't tell people when you're going on holidays on live streams and stuff like that, because, you know. But it's not a big party we're going to. It'll be pretty chilled, actually. It's just, I think we're going out. We're having dinner. Yeah, we're going out for dinner. And then she has, unfortunately, this is a really sad story, actually. Um, Diego's grandma, yeah, she's turning 90. Mentally, she's in a really good place, right? Like, she's great, well as you can be at 90 when you've actually lost two of your children. So she has three children. Her husband died many years ago. And then she had a partner. And then unfortunately, he passed away also. And I guess when you get to 90, people do pass away, right? But two of her children have passed away. So one of them is Diego's mother. She passed away when she was 55 years old from MNN. Is it MN? MN. MN? It's a really unusual condition that's unfortunately getting more and more popular. Hate to say that. Um, so that was an awful thing for their family. And she was very, very close with her mum. So that really hurt Diego's grandmother, obviously. And then her other son, her only son, he had a bike accident when he was younger and became a paraplegic. But that didn't stop him. He was, very active. He was, he had like an interesting motorbike set up for his, even though he's now paralysed. And he was actually an advocate for people with disabilities, and he worked for the government. And he would test out wheelchair accessibilities for buildings and write reports on it and stuff like that. So, he did well financially, and he even built a deck. So this guy was handicapped, right? His legs didn't work, but he actually built a deck. I'd actually like to see the deck because obviously Diego, his nephew, is a carpenter. But, that kind of shows character when someone is actually, in a wheelchair, but they actually physically built a deck at their house. Like, I mean, that's amazing, right? So he's a pretty interesting guy. And, he travelled. He didn't let life stop him after that accident, right? But unfortunately, he got cancer and he has just, in the last 6 months, passed away. And we've watched Diego's grandmother, be absolutely heartbroken, right? Because A, it was her only son, but, she's buried another child. I mean, obviously, I'm not a parent, so I don't know the feeling, but I can't imagine that's not a nice thing to go through. And now she gets to celebrate her 90th birthday with one child left, many grandchildren, and a few great-grandchildren. So, yes, she's mentally okay. She's starting to fall apart, unfortunately, physically. But, it's really kind of sad to watch someone that it was so excited about getting to 90 years old, but then, that excitement has kind of lost because she's now lost her son. So it's really kind of sad. I'll be honest, it's really sad. It's like she's not living for anything. Can't imagine what it's like. I mean, obviously, I'm only 51 years old, but, obviously, no one knows how old they're going to live to, right? But, I mean, I could be, who knows what tomorrow holds, right? But, it's really important to look after the body you have right now, right? Because that body's got to get you who knows how long. It's like, setting yourself up for retirement. You don't know how long you're going to live for. Like, you don't know how much money you're going to need. I mean, you could spend all of it and then you live for a long time and then have, not much money in retirement. It's an interesting space. Sorry, I've been gabbing, not looking at the chat. Debbie Sue's got here, there are no cafes anywhere here to get tea, but there is a tiny town about 7 miles away, but nothing there, literally not even a grocery store. I have to travel about 10 miles to get to a grocery store and another small town. Right. Okay, so you're pretty, like you are out of it. You are pretty, not isolated, but you are away from things, which is probably the way you wanted it, right? How far's a neighbour from you? So, like, for example, if you need some sugar, instead of driving 10 miles to town to get sugar, because, you need that sugar like in the next 5 minutes, and you offload your husband, go see the neighbour, go get some, get some sugar for us. We'll fix them up next week when we go to the town. Is there a neighbour? How far is a neighbour? Just curious. Paul, how you going? Hi, Dora and chat. How's your weather down there today, Paul? Have you been out for a walk already? It's 8:37, so maybe you're about to go for a walk. You're about to go get your coffee and catch up with the lads. Is it weird that I know Paul's movements? You have a neighbour very close. We live in Holla and have close neighbours. We live in a holla. What does a holla mean? Is that a counter? Counter? I don't know. Is that like a little? I don't know. Explain holla to me. Oh, I was going to say you were in holla distance, like hello, that closeness. No, I don't think you do live in holla distance, as in like to yell out hello to your neighbour from your house. Because like a lot of houses that are getting built now, pretty much you could have a conversation with your neighbour from your house. The houses are so, built so close together now. Okay, we're not going through that today. We'll go over this way. A holla is out of the way from town, but we still have neighbours. Okay, getcha. Yeah, I've never heard that term before. So Paul's got here 9 degrees. Brr, yes, we'll be soon to catch up with the guys for a coffee. So yeah, Paul is trying to fight the cold and go, yep, it's not Bali. Got to get up, got to get out of the house. Got to have my catch up with my boys. Well, happy Monday, Paul. And Paul, unfortunately, I haven't received your postcard, mate. I don't know. And this does happen. Like, I sent a few postcards home from the Gili Islands. I received my postcard. My niece hasn't received hers. I sent one home to Mel and Phil. They haven't received theirs. And I've been home for like 2 months, right? And so it happens. I'm still holding out hope that I still get it, Paul, because I'd love a postcard. And I owe you a postcard now, even though I didn't receive yours. I know you sent it. And I still might get it, right, Paul? So yeah, I'll send you one this week, mate. Because we've had this conversation while we're in Bali saying that, you know, postcards are so cool to get. And I'd love to get a postcard from Phillip Island. And Paul would like to get a postcard from Redcliffe. And I've been talking about doing a postcard exchange for ages. And I just haven't made the video. I'm like a broken record. It's been a nice morning out here today, Paul. Kind of a nice sunrise, but I was expecting to be a lot more pink and purples. But there was a bit of cloud, and cloud makes interesting sunrises, right? Yeah, it was nice. I know, it's still strange it hasn't turned up. I'm still waiting on postcards I sent myself from last year from the Solomon Islands. So I always send a postcard home to myself. So last year I wrote a postcard on my 50th birthday to myself. And unfortunately I haven't received that one either. Oh well. But I did send myself a postcard from Paris and Luxembourg last year. So that's okay. It'll be interesting to see how I get the postcard. I know. I found a rock on the beach, Paul. I like it. Some kind of crystal. I'm gonna put it back. I'm gonna take it home and put it in one of my indoor pot plants. Well, I was gonna go for a long walk today, but I'm actually gonna go home and have a nice sit down breakfast before I have to get ready for work. I figure if I go for a long walk, I will get distracted like I do, and then rush home and have to get ready for work. So, in the Dora in me that's trying to, change her life, change her ways, is thinking less is more. You just went for a nice walk. It's not about how far you walk, Dora. It's about the actual action. So, Paul, I am trying to change my ways instead of doing everything. And, you know, not failing, but like, when you try to do everything, sometimes you don't do things well. But more than anything, I'm just sick of rushing from one place to another place. It's kind of pissing me off. And I guess the most important thing I realised about myself is that I haven't even sat down and looked at all my videos from Bali and Indonesia. So I need to slow myself down so that I can actually enjoy those moments that are important, right? Sometimes those small moments are the important bits. And the big moments like, I don't know, are not that important. Okay. Gallon of water. Oh, that was good. Oh, whoops. Whoops, that was my hand. Yeah, sometimes you have to take a break from YouTube, and do other things. And that's another point too, Paul. Um, I am actively trying to do less on YouTube, and I'm going to be honest. I haven't. Oh, I've said it quite openly. I haven't been watching many people's videos. I catch up when I can and try, but I'm not going to make myself feel bad about it, to be honest. Life is out there, right? Out there, not here. And, I will continue doing lives, on a beach walking because, I am walking. It keeps me also accountable that, in some weird way, I don't know how, but anyway. But, I don't need to chase hours. And there is not a huge lot of money in live streaming. There really isn't. I mean, maybe if I had lots and lots of subscribers, but I'm not going to be a channel that grows hugely because I do this stuff, right? I do random videos, I post random shit, I talk about random shit. Um, so I got to the 4,000 watch hours tick, um, and I'm not going to stress myself out about trying to maintain hours and this or that. They say that you're supposed to maintain 4,000 watch hours every year. A couple of people have told me that's actually not correct, that you just have to make sure you post every 2 months. Otherwise, YouTube don't think you're there and they just close your channel down, turn your monetization off. So, I mean, I pushed and pushed to get to the 4,000 watch hours. Like, I did a lot of live streaming to get to the watch hours. If you thought that was just me, because I like live streaming, I mean, I do like live streaming. It's really weird. I do like it. But I did really push hard to get there. And I think maybe I shouldn't have pushed hard. I should have let it just organically happen. But I figured that I was kind of there already. I'd done the work. if I'd stopped there, then I would have lost the momentum, and then I would have maybe regretted that. So I thought, okay, well, you're nearly there, just keep on going. So I did it. Um, no regrets, right? No regrets. Um, yeah, yeah. Sometimes the yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. I'm gonna go home and sit down and have a cup of tea and breakfast. It is 8:48 a.m. I don't actually have to officially leave home till 10 o'clock. No, 10:30. I've got ages, guys. So yeah, there's things I've got to do. I actually have to give the chickens some food, bury some scraps. There's lots of things to do. So I'm going to take myself off YouTube and get some shit done. Enjoy your walk, Paul. Say hi to the guys for us. Enjoy your evening, Debbie Sue. Debbie Sue, I look forward to listening to your bedtime story tonight at my time. And yeah, ciao.